Freddie Mercury was more than just a singer. He was, honestly, a force of nature. When he walked onto a stage, he owned it completely. His voice was powerful and unique, a sound that could fill a stadium and, touch every single heart in the audience. People remember him not just for his incredible talent, but for his spirit. He was bold, he was fearless. He showed the world that it was okay to be different, to be dramatic, and to be yourself without any apologies. His energy was infectious, and it made you feel like you could conquer anything. The name Freddie Mercury is known all over the world. It brings to mind glitter, theatrics, and unforgettable music. He was the frontman of the legendary rock band Queen. Together, they created songs that became anthems for generations. These were not just simple pop tunes, they were complex, beautiful pieces of art. Think of the operatic masterpiece Bohemian Rhapsody or the powerful stadium chant, "We Will Rock You." Freddie poured his soul into every note and every word, creating a musical legacy that refuses to fade away even decades after his passing. His impact went far beyond the music charts. Freddie Mercury was a true icon of style and performance. He broke all the rules about what a rock star should look like or how they should act. He wore flamboyant costumes, from tight leotards to royal robes and crowns. His stage presence was magnetic. You simply could not take your eyes off him. He moved with a grace and power that was mesmerizing. He was a showman in the truest sense of the word, and he made every concert an unforgettable event for everyone lucky enough to be there. Even today, on June 21st, 2025, his influence is everywhere. New artists are inspired by his courage and his incredible musical range. His songs are still played on the radio, in movies, and at sporting events around the globe. He taught people an important lesson about self-expression and confidence. He showed us that our uniqueness is our greatest strength. Freddie Mercury was a pioneer, a genius, and a champion for anyone who ever felt like an outsider. He was, and always will be, a legend. Freddie Mercury was not born in England. He was born Farrokh Bulsara on the island of Zanzibar, which is now part of Tanzania. His family was Parsi and originally from India. From a young age, he showed a great talent for music and art. He started taking piano lessons when he was just 7 years old. His parents sent him to a boarding school in India, where he formed his first band, the Hectics. Even as a young boy, he had a natural gift for performing and captivating an audience. His friends at school were the first to call him Freddie. In the 1960s, his family had to flee Zanzibar because of political unrest. They moved to a small house in Feltham, a suburb of London. This was a huge change for the teenage Freddie. He went to art college, where he studied graphic design. This artistic training would later help him design Queen's famous crest logo. London was a vibrant city full of music and new ideas. Freddie loved the rock scene and was inspired by artists like Jimi Hendrix. He knew deep down that he was destined for something much bigger than a quiet life in the suburbs. Before Queen, Freddie was in a few other bands. He joined a band called Ibex and later another one called Sour Milk Sea. He was always full of energy and ideas, eager to make his mark on the music world. He had a clear vision of the kind of performer he wanted to be. He was not content to just stand and sing. He wanted to create a spectacle. It was during this time that he met his future bandmates, Brian May and Roger Taylor. They were in a band called Smile, and Freddie was a huge fan. He knew they could create something special together. The final piece of the puzzle came when bassist John Deacon joined them in 1971. Freddie suggested a new name for the band Queen. He said it sounded regal and splendid. It was also around this time that he legally changed his own name to Freddie Mercury. He was creating a new identity for himself, a persona that was larger than life. Farrokh Bulsara was the shy boy from Zanzibar, but Freddie Mercury was the rock god he was born to be. The stage was set for their incredible journey to global stardom. With the lineup complete, Queen began its rise to fame. Their music was different from anything else at the time. It was a powerful mix of hard rock, glam rock, opera, and pop. Freddie's songwriting was a huge part of this unique sound. He wrote many of their biggest hits, including Killer Queen, which was their first big success in America. He also wrote the beautiful ballad Love of My Life and the fun, energetic song Crazy Little Thing Called Love. His songs were full of emotion, drama, and incredible melodies that just stuck in your head. The band's breakthrough came in 1975 with the release of the album A Night at the Opera. This album included the legendary song Bohemian Rhapsody. At nearly 6 minutes long, with an opera section in the middle, it was unlike anything on the radio. The record company thought it was too long and too strange to be a hit, but Freddie insisted and the band refused to edit it. They were right. The song became a massive global success, and its innovative music video changed the industry forever. It showed that Queen was a band that was not afraid to take risks. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, Queen became one of the biggest bands in the world. They sold out huge arenas and stadiums everywhere they went. Their live performances were legendary, thanks in large part to Freddie's incredible showmanship. One of their most famous performances was at Live Aid in 1985. In just 20 minutes, Queen delivered a set that many still consider the greatest live performance in rock history. Freddie had the entire Wembley Stadium crowd of 72,000 people in the palm of his hand, singing and clapping along as one. The band's success continued with a string of hit anthems. Songs like We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions became staples at sporting events worldwide. They are songs of victory and unity, and they bring people together. Other hits like Another One Bites the Dust and Under Pressure, their collaboration with David Bowie, showed their ability to master different musical styles. With Freddie at the helm, Queen conquered the world, creating a soundtrack for millions of people's lives and cementing their place as rock royalty. Freddie Mercury's voice was his superpower. It was an instrument of incredible range, power, and emotional depth. He could sing powerful rock anthems, gentle ballads, and even complex opera. Scientists have studied his voice and found that his vocal cords moved faster than most people's. This might be part of what gave his voice its distinctive, vibrant sound. But beyond the technical skill, there was the feeling. When Freddie sang, you believed every word. He could convey joy, pain, love, and defiance all in one phrase, connecting directly with the listener's heart. His style was just as unique as his voice. Freddie was a fashion icon who was always pushing boundaries. In the early days, he wore satin and velvet, embracing the glam rock look. Later, he adopted a more masculine look with leather jackets and his famous moustache, but he never lost his flair for the dramatic. On stage, he would appear in crowns and regal capes, treating his concerts like a royal ceremony. He showed people that you could be strong and sensitive, masculine and flamboyant, all at the same time. He gave people permission to be themselves. Freddie taught a powerful lesson about confidence. He was not born a confident superstar, he created himself. On stage, he was a god, but in his private life, he was known to be quite shy. This contrast makes his story even more inspiring. He showed that you can overcome your insecurities and present your best self to the world. For many fans, especially those in the LGBTQ+ community, he was a hero. At a time when it was difficult to be different, Freddie was unapologetically himself on the world's biggest stage, giving hope and courage to countless others. Today, Freddie Mercury's legacy is stronger than ever. His music with Queen is timeless, inspiring new generations of fans and musicians. The 2018 biographical film Bohemian Rhapsody introduced his story to a whole new audience, proving that his appeal is universal. He is remembered as a musical genius, a peerless performer, and a cultural icon who broke down barriers. Freddie Mercury showed us the power of a great song and the magic of a truly unique individual. The show did go on, and his voice will live forever.